Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I am going to be going over an easy fall makeup tutorial. This is going to be super easy. I'm going to keep it monochromatic. The only thing I'm going to be adding a hint of color with, although I wanted to keep the lips monochromatic, I'm going to add a little hint of a different shade on the lips. That's it. So I just want to get into it. So without further ado, let's just get right into how I did this look. Okay, so now that I have my moisturizer on, I am going to go right into my foundation. I'm going to be using the Beautycounter Tint Skin Hydrating Foundation. I just spoke about this in my other tutorial about the 5-minute makeup look that I do. This is great for any time of the year, and it's also for those of us that don't really like a heavy makeup application. So this is a great base to work with. This is in the shade Sand, and I'm going to use my Heavenly Luxe foundation brush to apply this. I don't start with too much. This is how much I have on the brush. I start by stippling it. So I go just like this, and I start to apply it over my skin by stippling it in to the skin. Now, you can use your fingers. You can use a lighter foundation brush if you like. It all just depends on how you like to apply your foundation. There is no right or wrong way. So I'm going to cover my eyes because I'm going to use this as a base. Some people really like to use a lot of eye primer. For me, with this type of full makeup tutorial, because it's going to be easy, less is best. And when you stipple the product into your skin, it actually stays on the skin even better because it like pushes it in to the skin. Oh, I forgot to mention, I do have over my moisturizer, I went in with the Velvet Blurring Primer. I will have a full review on this coming up. So you see how nice it evened out my skin tone? I didn't have to add too much. I added just a little bit, and it just gives you that like flawless, like everyday finish. It's just perfect. That's why I'm loving this foundation. I am going to go in with the KKW Highlight and Contour Sticks. If you watch my review on these, you know I am in love with them. This is great for everyone, for every day, if you're looking for a nice highlight and contour, and it also got a great rating on the EWG, which is the Environmental Working Group, and you know I'm really into all these non-toxic products. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you guys how I just highlight a little bit, then I'm going to go over with my concealer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the highlight, which is the concealer that she has, the concealer part or the lightening part of her stick, her duo, and I'm going to start here. Now, what's nice about fall is that you can play a little bit more. So you really have to see where you see yourself in terms of doing your makeup. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a little bit of this right here. And just a drop. I just want a little bit. I just want to brighten up these areas, okay? And then I'm going to powder them down. I'm going to go take the Heavenly Luxe foundation brush, and I'm just going to, again, stipple it right in. You can actually go over your whole eye area. And what I love about this product is that it's thin enough for such a subtle highlight and contour that anybody could do it. It has very good staying power on the skin. Now I'm going to go into the contour. So she has 2 shades, medium 1, because I got the medium contour stick, and medium 2. I'm going to go right into medium 2. Because it's fall and I want to go for this monochromatic look, I want to build on it. So when you're doing your contour, you guys, you could just do a little fishy face, or you could see the area right here. I have the full review on how I do it, and I just do that, okay? Because you want to build. I take the brush that comes with this and I start to just blend it in. I want to actually push the product into my cheekbone because I want to, you know, I want to develop that really nice contour without it being overdone. All right, so before I go and set, what I'm going to teach you guys is a little bit of a trick. I don't like ton of a glow. I mean, I wear a glow every single day, but I know not everybody's into that highlighted look on their cheekbone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the highlight contour sticks, but I'm going to take that highlighted shade, and I'm going to go right on top of the cheekbone, right here. Then I'm going to take my fingers and I'm just going to press it in. because when I set this with some powder under my eyes, I don't want to do this after, because sometimes then the foundation will move a little bit. Going to go in with the Beautycounter Touch Up Skin Concealer. This is in the shade Light. I'm going to give it one click, and I'm really going to concentrate it right here. Because I did the highlight, I don't need to really go all over with the concealer. Now I'll take my ring finger and I will start to just press it into the skin. And I just highlighted that area and covered up my dark circles. I am not such a huge fan of setting powders because I feel that they alter the color of the foundation and the concealer. But because we're going into fall and we want a little bit more of a matte look, I'm going to use setting powder. I have a bunch of setting powders, okay? And Laura Mercier I do like, but there are some chemicals in there in her powder that I'm not really such a fan of, and I know some people have broken out from them, or their eyes have gotten irritated. But I am gonna go in with the Beautycounter Mattified Skin Finishing Powder, okay? This is completely translucent. Now I'm going to take my Sigma Tapered Highlighter Brush, number F35, and I'm going to start to really press it in underneath the eyes and the powder areas. I'll show you what I do. And it's so translucent that it really just saturates. But see that? That's adding a lot. I usually don't add this much, but if you guys like powder, just put it on, pack it on. And then I'll show you what I do. Because this will help it from not creasing or moving. And then I just literally, right then and there, I just dust it off. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take an F25, I'm gonna do the rest of my face. And I'm not going to add a lot, but I'm gonna add enough where I can blend it all over. Less is more when it comes to powder. The more powder you put, the more cakey it will look. I'm going to take the Beautycounter bronzer and I'm gonna start to warm this up. I'm gonna take a blush brush. I'm just gonna add a little bit and I'm gonna start to apply it to the top of my cheekbone. Now I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Contour Kit palette. These are powder, and I'm gonna take this shade right here. I'm gonna smile gently, and I'm gonna just pack it on right here and then bring it up. So they're very pigmented. You wanna use like a gentle hand. And then what I'll do is, as you can see, it's starting to build. Now I'm gonna go in with Benefit Hoola. Now you could just stick with using a bronzer that's matte, but if you wanna add a little bit more definition, just go, and I'm gonna go right on top of that. Okay, now let's go into the shadows. I'm gonna go back in with the KKW Beauty contour stick, and I'm gonna take the lighter shade, and I'm going to apply that to my lid and blend it out with my ring finger as my base. And because I'm gonna be using matte shadows, you don't have to set it. Less steps is best. Going to take this shade from MAC. This is Cork. Do you see how nice it's starting to build? And then with a tapered blending brush, from an 840 tapered blending brush, I'm just going to go over that with a little bit more shadow just to ensure it stays on. Next, I'll take the shade Espresso from MAC. I'm gonna go in the outer crease. Just blend a little bit. This is an 825 brush from Sigma. Whatever's left over on the brush, I'm just going to add to underneath on my lash line. I'm not a huge fan of putting a ton of shadows underneath, but this is so pretty for fall. So that's 2 shadow colors, that's all I used. I'm not gonna even add any eyeliner. I'm gonna go straight in with mascara. This is Volumizing Mascara from Beautycounter, and what I'm gonna do is just amp up my lashes so that I have fullness. We don't need to add fake lashes. If you want to this look, go right ahead, but it's not necessary. I like to add a few coats of mascara, so this way it gives me that volume and that like false look. All right, so I did lashes and brows off camera because I have a ton of brow tutorials. If you like the way my brows came out in this video, you guys can check out my previous video on the 5-minute makeup look. I use the same exact products, so just so that you guys know. Thinking about lips, and I think what I'm gonna do is, even though I like to keep it, I want to keep this as monochromatic as possible because of the color I did on my lids and my cheekbone, I do want to add a drop of color with a matte lip. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with these new shades from Aniise Cosmetics. This is a Pro Matte lipstick, and this is from Mercedes Javid from the Shahs of Sunset. You will see this is her collection with Aniise Cosmetics. So they sent me these not too long ago, and I kind of feel like this is the perfect opportunity for me to use these. So I'm going to go in with the shade MJ. This is in the tube. It's like I guess a mauve shade, but I think that's nice to pop it into this whole look. But I'm also gonna take my Makeup Forever lipstick pencil in the shade 7C. And I'm gonna bring the lip gloss, the matte lipstick, into the lip liner. I like this because it gives you such a nice hint of color for fall. These are Pro Matte lipsticks without like that super drying lipstick Pro Matte, you know, that liquid lipstick feel that I can't stand. So yeah, so that's it. You have it here. This is going to be my easy fall makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, as always, let me know if you have any questions. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe so that you'll always know when my videos go live, and hit that little bell next to the subscribe button. And I'll see all of you in my next video.